Hello to my Capricorns. Capricorns, thank you all for telling me that you all did not see your reading on the 19th. So this video is for the 20th through the 27th of um, of June, and so that's going to push us right into the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac and also the money sign of the zodiac. Money obviously is not just paper and coins; it's also self-worth, right? And what source is really laying on my heart for you all? It's not by coincidence. If your video did not go up, it's not by coincidence, because I did film some videos that are in the queue over on the Patreon side, but you don't have to get a Patreon account, just so FYI. There's some videos in the queue on the Patreon side for Capricorns, but again, I got to re-emphasize this: you do not have to get a Patreon account. Okay, you can save your coins, because I'm uploading this video over here, and I'm gonna try to make it extended for you all, since the video may not have gone up, but it was filmed. It could have just gone up on the Patreon side instead. What source is laying on my heart for you all? Because we're in a crescent moon in Aries, right? So Aries is a fire sign, and the card for Aries is the Tower card, right? And your card in tarot is the Devil card. And what Source is really trying to um, expose here is people who, and I'm talking about high vibrating Capricorns. Obviously, there are low vibrating Capricorns out here in the world, but for my high vibrating Capricorns, what Source is out here trying to expose are people who have been trying to say that you all have been lying about some things that you all have not been lying about. Um, Capricorns are receptive signs. You all are earth signs, you're cardinal signs. You all are divine feminine energies by default. So you all know when I do readings, I cover Vedic astrology and um, also tropical astrology. That's why I mentioned Ophiuchus in one of my readings. You can go back and watch the video. I think I even have a sign for Ophiuchus, right, which sits between uh, Scorpio and Sagittarius. So you can go back and watch that previous video, since all of the videos are timeless. But in tropical astrology, you have 6 signs that are receptive by default. Those are divine feminine energies. And then you have 6 that are um, active, which are divine masculine. Even though we embody both, by default, you all are receivers. It doesn't matter what your physical body is, you all are receivers. And that's why I always talk about, make sure you know what your moon sign is, so you know exactly how to pour into yourselves, because otherwise, through your ear gate and eye gate, other people are pouring into you, and they can be pouring anything into you: toxins, lies, watch what you watch on television, whatever, TV, any forms of media, back in the day, newspaper, magazine articles, whatever. Now we have social media, what you're listening to on the radio at a particular frequency. But high vibrating Capricorns are disciplined, responsible, very wise. Low vibrating Capricorns are pessimistic, rigid, and unforgiving, right? So what Source is doing is in this crescent moon in Aries, Aries rules first house, is really kind of resetting and reprogramming you all. And so this is going to be a real critical time for you all, because Aries ruling first house and you all ruling 10th house. 10th house is all about your career, life goals, achievement, public image, the father aspect of things, masculine energy, also social status, and also fame. Remember, I said your sign is a receptive sign. That's feminine energy. The Source is trying to balance you all out with father or masculine energy, balance, trying to get you to close out a cycle. Remember, your card is the World card, and we're talking about Saturn, right? So something must have happened during a Saturn return. And Saturn return happens every 29.5 years, where you all, and you can look up Saturn return. I don't want to spend too much time in your reading, but let's start out with this. Stop repeating shadow behavior. Turn the page you've healed, right? Source has been sending prayer warriors you all's way, because it can be quite exhausting when people constantly make you feel like you are lying. It can be exhausting. It can be confusing. It can also make you feel like you just need a complete and total makeover, a spiritual makeover, where you feel like, okay, you don't know what's real and what's not real, right? But something with sources put in my spirit before I turn this camera on for you all, I'm talking to men and women Capricorns, is that somebody was told a lie about something very early on in their lives, and you should have been protected from something. Somebody should have been protected from something, and instead of you being protected, um, a lie was forced onto you, right? So a lie was forced onto you, right? So let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Um, So a waxing crescent moon in Aries ignites a spark of new beginnings, fueled by bold instincts and raw courage. This is a powerful time to plant a seed of intention, take inspired action, and trust your inner fire. Let confidence lead the way. As you step into the unknown with passion and purpose, don't wait, create your momentum now, right? Sometimes all you all need is one energy, just one energy who believes something you said when you were a kid. Just one person, right? Just one. Because you all are I want to say, kind of a relationship sign, like family is very important. You know how it feels like if you have one family member that says, you know what, I'm not going to family functions. They all, you're seeing things through a different lens as you get older. You say, I'm not going to family function. Nah, something is off. That one cousin, or maybe it's a sibling, and y'all riding out together. Y'all just say, nope. Or you got a good friend at work that says, nah, they've been promising raises. Y'all get the point, right? But if you feel like you're alone as an earth sign, you feel like you're walking this planet alone as an earth sign, it doesn't really, you just feel like you're just kind of out there by yourself. So that is why a lot of you all are separated from energies who have had your back. And it's intentional, for people to separate you all from energies who really, really have your back. But that is turning around. That is turning around. So something has been really coming out of my spirit that's going to really help you, to try to help you all to recognize that you all were not going crazy. You were losing your mind. And I know that I have cross watchers that stalk my page and other readers to kind of sort of listen. So you all need to get in alignment with being prayer warriors and come out of that scared energy. I don't know who I'm talking to, and really get into prayer warrior mode. 301, renew love. A relationship needs attention. Angels are signaling that an important relationship in your life needs renewal and attention. People can often hurt ones that they love the most, and you are being called upon to recognize that. Who in your life could use a little tender, loving care? Think of one way that you can show a person you love that they are still special to you as they were the day that you first met them. So 301, I don't know if that's significant to someone. Somebody says something about someone who kind of marches to the beat of their own drum to really make them look like a fool, just to start a brand new journey, right? And your love language may be different than their love language, but somebody had a conversation with you who was green with envy. Somebody was green with envy that you were like the apple of someone's eye, and they decided to use you. They decided to use you to make someone else look like a fool. And a lot of stuff is now starting to come out. A lot of stuff is now starting to come out. All right, let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Because that energy is going to end up making you look like a fool. All right. So there was 3 energies. Looks like 3 energies had a nice little talk with you to make somebody that loves you dearly look like a complete fool. And now something has come through the air. And somebody thinks that something is closed out, but it's not. All righty. Yep. So there was some conversation, and this is what a lot of people have in common, right? Here's the 10 of Swords right here. So a lot of conversation has been floating through the air. A lot of conversation has been floating through the air about a loved one, right? That people thought all this conversation was going to be going through the air, and this person was going to be behind closed doors, 10 swords stabbed in their back, and they were just going to bleed out. So a Capricorn has been told a bunch of lies after being called a liar. And I hear this a lot about Capricorns, and it's so negative and disheartening. And that's why I try to give you a lot of kudos. So when I see people putting negative comments under my Capricorn videos, I'm like, they must be a troll or bot or somebody who is new to my channel, because I speak so highly of zodiac signs on my channel. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I don't placate zodiac signs. I try to bring out people's highlights. So if it's triggering, if you come into my channel to watch me bash some of your ex and all of that, wrong channel. Wrong channel to watch. Go watch somebody else's channel. I'm not here to bash your ex, this person, that person, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to help you to see what you look like at your highest frequency. Obviously, I do know that there are low vibrating Capricorns, but you also have an option every single day to not repeat shadow behavior. Turn the page. Turn the page. If you got one person on this planet that knows that you told the truth about something when you were younger, and that person is riding with you till the wheels fall off, then you got somebody that's trying to help you through something. So we're going to get some more information about this, because I feel like somebody is going to be going, your polarity sign is Cancer, right? Cancer, we're not talking about any cancers that you know, but Cancer is like you, is a feminine sign, it's a receptive sign, it's a water sign, right? It is a very compassionate sign, an intuitive sign, a very protective sign. And some people have tried to make it seem like you are clingy. They have tried to make it seem like you are the one that's moody, that you're overly sensitive about some things. In other words, that you're a crybaby, that you're too clingy, that you need to grow up. And that's what Saturn return is about. Saturn return, basically, like people just say, if you're a woman, you need to woman up or you need to man up. Like you're not supposed to be nurtured, and something has been a nightmare for you, but not to talk about something. But you don't have to talk about anything, because something is about to be a nightmare for the people that told you to stop talking about something. You were dragged into something you should have never been dragged into. Something that made you cry. Something that made somebody cry was either you or your kids, or something that somebody is not telling. If you're a parent and you're sitting there confused and you don't know, and you got kids in college, somebody need to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, listen, you're not telling me something. It's a safe space to talk. I mean, it's not forcing your kids to tell you something, but somebody needs to open up, a church is involved in something. Here we have the Hierophant card, or a Taurus is involved in something that dragged you into something. So people now know that you got paid. 2 people got paid for something. You got paid for money for something. Now, see, you all are earth signs. Earth signs deal with the physical existence of things, right? But see, the reason why something made someone cry or made somebody sad is because your intuition was telling you that something was wrong. something was wrong, that there was a lie being told, for you to stab somebody in the back that has been there, who has been compassionate, to do something behind somebody's back that could cause someone a nightmare, or cause them to have nightmares. Do some kind of spell work to cause someone some nightmares, and you got dragged or pulled into something for money, meaning that you got paid money, meaning that something illegal was done. See, the other side of the Hierophant card is Libra's card. That's the Justice card. So now we're talking about something illegal was done, right? Somebody said somebody was running away from something, right? Somebody said somebody was running away from being incarcerated, or you and somebody were running away from jail time or incarceration, or being put away somewhere like restricted, or whatever the case may be. That was a lie. And somebody said that you and somebody were going to be, somebody was going to call you and somebody a nightmare. That also is a lie. Why would somebody have to pay somebody to do something, right? To bait somebody into something. See, a lot of stuff is coming out now. If you are a parent, because this has been happening for a long time, somebody is going back to their childhood days. Somebody has been getting paid. In order for you to pay somebody to pay attention to you, in order for people, just remember, money is not just paper and coins. In order for somebody to even pay attention to you, somebody has to be dragged down to a lower place. In other words, if I got to choose between you or somebody else, I got to make you feel lower than low. 5 of Cups means to lament or cry. I got to make you cry to pay attention to you. I got to make you cry in order to pay attention to you. How many more humiliation ceremonies does a person have to go through? How many more humiliation ceremonies? Something is about to close out. Legally, something is about to close out. So y'all can take this reading however y'all want to take it. You can read between the lines or don't read between the lines. But something has been going on for so long, looking at the cards here, because either you, Capricorn, or somebody that you know has been getting paid to drag you or your kids or somebody into something. In other words, remember, money again is not just paper and coins. It's almost like somebody is like saying, in order for me to pay attention to you, let's say if you were a kid, it's been going on since you were a kid, right? If I have paid attention to this energy, then what am I getting out of it? How emotionally hurtful is that? If I'm going to pay attention to this child, then what am I getting out of something? This negative and low vibrational. Sword energy is painful, right? Usually on this card, the person is not thriving, right? Usually on this card, the person is lying down. They feel like literally behind closed doors, the energy has 10 swords stabbed in their back. Imagine that being love hurting that deep. At some point, a person goes through a rebirth and just say, I'm just cutting everybody off. In order to thrive, you just need to start cutting everybody off, right? So somebody has been feeling, the reason why somebody has been going through nightmares, somebody that you love has been going through nightmares, is because they have been feeling the same pain that you go through. This is why I know I'm like, okay, like, this video seems oddly familiar, because I'm like, this seems like deja vu, this video. It must be in the Patreon queue, because this feels very much like soulmate energy. Soulmate is not romantic per se. Soulmate energy is a kindred spirit. Like, you know how sometimes, like if you and a sibling could be soulmates, they could be literally living on another continent, and y'all could wake up and feel like, okay, today I feel like wearing this color. And y'all can be on the phone talking about, so what color did you wear today? Oh, I wore this yellow, whatever. Oh, me too. We were thinking the same. We were on the same frequency, right? Or I had this for breakfast, right? Not by coincidence. Or I had a dream about something. I had a dream about you. I had a dream that you were going through X, Y, and Z. How in the world did they know if you never told them? That's a kindred spirit. Like they living what you could be physically going through something. They could be feeling a way because they could be feeling that you're going through something. So it's almost like you watching a loved one who you could have watched in your childhood be depressed, but it's because they're picking up on something that you're going through while you're going through it, and it's making them sad, that they feel powerless, that they don't have the resources to fix something or do something. They don't have the money to do it, to help you. So it could be like literally like a parent feeling like they feel helpless because you're away at school, but they're actually so tapped into your energy, they feel helpless. They don't have the resources. They don't have the support, the family support, the church or community support to help them. They don't know people or whatever that can help them. So they just like this, tapped out, drained, right? They know that you just keep being baited into stuff and just people keep switching up on you, keep baiting and switching and baiting and switching and baiting and switching. And the only thing they can do is run to the church or run to the mosque or run to the temple and pray about it. You know, how much longer, God? How much longer? How much longer? Who is going to listen? Who is going to help? Who's going to help? Who's going to help? Right? So this is what I'm seeing here. So source is saying to you, and the first way that you're going to stop repeating pattern behavior is first really trust source. And that for some people who feel like, okay, they keep praying to source, but this is where you're going to have to get to a frequency of saying, okay, I need to get to a frequency of really, really trusting source because something is turning around. Your a page is turning here. So somebody is now taking a leap of faith instead of waiting for a blowtorch to happen because it's already happening. I'm telling you, it's already happening. That's why some people are so bold. That's why some people are so bold at this point. Too much has already happened. Somebody has a family member. Somebody has a family member who rode a motorcycle that died. Okay. They had a family member who rode a motorcycle that died. Right. And their loved one has been living a nightmare, confused as to what happened. I don't know whose loved one this is. Somehow, same thing was told to them. Same thing was told to them that they were running from jail, or that they were running from, they was going to get locked up, or something was going to happen. Same lie was being told to them. Same lie. And somebody was paid to do that. Same lie. And so now stuff is going through the air. Who is related to who? People are now starting making connections like, okay, what's so-and-so's last name? What's being said? Let's go look this up in court documents and records. Let's see who's talking to whom, who's related to whom. I keep trying to tell y'all what's happening here, Capricorn. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody has a family feud that's going on. That is why people are trying to tell you that your family and another family, something is going back generationally. There is a family that hates your family so much, and I'm talking about the hate is deep, 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 deep hatred. That the moment they find out that two people came together, your mom and dad or grandparents came together and somehow procreated your parents or you or grandparents or whatever the case may be. They go right into, they got to demonize whomever, and start this swapping out. We don't want our family mixed with somebody else's family. And somehow you are going to be the karma. You have already been the karma. Because there's a destiny swap going on, all right. It's a destiny swap going on, all right. So here's the Three of Cups. In hindsight, somebody went on some kind of a vacation. Somebody walked away on a beach and wish they had not walked away from something. Somebody walked away and they wish they had spoken up and said something. Somebody wished they had opened their mouth when they were on a beach. You went on a vacation or something because you were right near water. Somebody was in good spirits. Y'all know how like you don't have to be on on a Caribbean or something. You could be on a local beach like where you live. You know, sometimes places have like little small beaches. You know, like local wherever you live. Like you could be near a large body of water, but somebody walked away from somebody. They were talking to somebody and feeling sad about something. See how this person? You could be a man or woman. Doesn't really matter. So you're gonna have to go back through your memory. Somebody wanted to say something so bad and did not say anything. Somebody knew somebody was thriving. Somebody wanted to say something about how some conversation was going on, but you don't need to open your mouth right now. You don't need to say nothing. You don't need to say anything because there's been too much chatter and too much talking because people are wondering, how the heck is this loved one not dead yet? That's what the conversation is about, a loved one of yours. How in the world? Oh, how is this energy? How have we not been able to stop? How does this loved one, your loved one, by the way, in Capricorn, how is this loved one not out of here yet? Matter of fact, when this video go up, trust me, trust and believe, this video is gonna go flying through the airway. It don't need to go through the airways. You got enough energies out here on demon time listening. You just need to stop repeating shadow behavior and get into prayer warrior mode. You have high priestess gifts. You've gone through enough dark night of the soul. Stop drinking. Stop thinking that you're going crazy. I can't tell somebody what to do, but I'm just trying to tell y'all what I'm seeing here in the cards. This is the reason why these energies like to find whatever your demons are, meaning your temptations. If it's food, they want to keep you in gluttony. If it's drinking, they want to keep you drunk as a skunk. If it's sex, they want to find whatever your physical attractions are and keep all of that around you. Whatever it is, these energies want to pour into you because they don't want you getting your downloads in terms of your gifts. They want to keep you demonized. Almost, they want to keep you on the dark side of high priestess gifts. They want to keep you connected to what's familiar to you because these energies don't want you in that true gift that you inherited. So you got to stay connected and familiar. So got paid to do something. They had you and somebody to go into court and do something illegal. And now people know about it. Either it was you or somebody that you know, somehow your name is wrapped up into something to create a lie for wish fulfillment. Now it's being sent back. I had to pray about this before I put this reading up because I'm like, is this what you want me to put out? The source? Source says, yeah, put that out. Go ahead and put that reading out. Go ahead and put that reading out. I'm telling y'all, Capricorns, if you got kids that's away in college or they're away somewhere and you don't know what the heck is going on and you've been sitting there feeling like that, you got a feeling about something, you just sitting on it waiting for them to tell you, you better open your mouth. You better open your mouth because two energies are in a nightmare or they're about to be in a nightmare. I'm not trying to cause anybody to be paranoid about anything. But if you got some kind of thoughts, you've been having some dreams or downloads about stuff and you've been journaling and like, okay, why am I having, and you just letting stuff pass by. So it's like, okay, Okay. Money is trying to come in. You're only blocking your own money by not saying a word. Somebody got their wishes fulfilled. They got paid to do something, and you sitting on a gift and just confused because a team has already been put together. And Source is trying to make you financially independent. A team has already been put together. Somebody better stop sitting on their gifts and stop acting like they got to be familiar with it. Well, I just got to talk to this person. I got to talk to that person. Right now, you got some dark, low vibrating Capricorns that's reaching out to some church members right now. I'm telling y'all, church, mosque, or temple members, whoever. Their religious friends, and spirituality came before religion. They reaching out to their religious friends. They got to get on a phone and call 15 people before they call God. Like, what the heck? Before they pray about it, like for real. Like, come on, y'all. Saying that somebody's back is against the wall, they depressed. They sound depressed. We did hear somebody say somebody was depressed. Listen, I hope ain't nobody saying I'm depressed. Because ain't no depression over here. Listen, look, this right here, looking at your cards here, and I hope they're not saying that you're depressed. Looking at your cards here, your back is not against the wall where you can tap into source. You're tapping into the clearest clarity. I mean, that's the clearest. That's not a resource. Your creator is source. Everything else is a resource. Your creator is so, and that's why energies want you to be familiar. They want you to have neighbors saying that's posted up across the hall from you, people that live upstairs from you, next door to you, listening in on your conversations, people calling, stopping into your business to get familiar with what you create next. Instead of you tapping into your gifts. Like something about you wanting to be connected to people should be willful, not because you getting paid to do it. Oh, go check and spy on this person. Go check and spy on that person. I'm telling you, something has already backfired. With the enemy, I'm trying to tell y'all, what the enemy meant for evil, source has turned it around for your good. You and someone else is good. This is someone's ex and a dark high priestess. That could be a man or woman, a dark high priest or dark high priestess, who are paying people to create a nightmare for you and someone else's life. Your life and someone else's life. Stop operating in fear and start operating in faith with God. Your source. These energies created something. Master manipulator. A master manipulator. This is what some people have in common. They talk about divorce, surgeries, heartbreak, all of this stuff people have in common, and yet and still up. I mean, I'm telling you, somebody has already been talking to energies. Yeah, it's already happening. Justice is already in your favor. I'm telling you, justice is already in you and somebody else's favor. So somebody need to learn how to be conservative with their time. Somebody has already talked to some people. So if you got kids that's away at college or away somewhere, they don't live where you live, or whoever it is, somebody needs to, if you've been having dreams or downloads, you don't need to be calling your church members or mosque members or family members to find out what God told you for real. If God told you through a dream, okay, I'm having some concerns, my child's away at college or whatever case may be, why aren't somebody calling directly to their own kids, finding out, are you okay? I'm a safe space for you to talk to. This is between me and you. Let's pray together. Like, I don't understand that. I don't. I don't understand people getting on the phone. They got to call 20 church members before they talk to their own kids. I don't get that. I don't. I'm not trying to judge anybody or whatever the case may be. And I understand everybody needs support systems and all of that. But stop repeating shadow behavior. Turn the page. That's how you're going to be respected. Pick a side, for real. Pick a side. And if you got to learn this through tarot, so be it. Whatever. If you got to learn it through tarot, so be it. But some of these energies want to be familiar because they have this idea. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Why would I want my enemies or someone who sees me as an enemy in my auric layer, contaminating my auric layer, especially after you've already done a spiritual cleanse? Anybody that sees you as the enemy. Get outside and get some sun and talk to source. Because somebody had already had a dream about some things. Somebody was inspired by someone who rode a motorcycle. They were very, very creative. Something about them was being threatened about going to jail or being, somehow restricted in some way, put in a mental institution or whatever. And something has been heartbreaking and deeply disappointing for somebody. Somebody talking about somebody depressed. Depressed over what? Somebody knows that somebody is a great parent and somebody has somebody to go to court and lie in court over something. Child, listen. People are going to be playing in these people's faces if they want to with these dark magician energies. Somebody need to open up their mouth and talk. Because what Source is trying to prepare you for is a leadership position in a workplace that's putting you in financial independence so that you can finally be independent and save your own money. That's what Source is trying to put somebody into not some just, okay, I'm just, getting by with shady energies. Here's the Page of Wands here. Like, for real. So yeah, somebody feels like they have this support system with these groups of energies that's keeping you closer because they want to find out every little thing that you got going on. And somebody need to keep it in a journal, like journal to God. Like, okay, God, this is what I had to download. Give me some clarity about it. Let me go take a walk and get some sunshine. Get this stale energy off my spirit. Get some more downloads because I'm an earth sign because I need to get outside in that earth, touch the ground, remove the stale, get some fresh air, get near some water, the spiritual cleansing, all of that. Yeah, so you will be initiating something, and I see you being successful. That's what's going to make somebody really have some good rest, because there's been a lot of character assassination going on, behind people's backs. And somebody is not a person who likes to talk about people behind their backs. Some people are really, really have. Think about it this way: we talk about 3 and something about you something about how you were brought up. By somebody with a really big heart, someone who was a giver, like somebody was brought up by a giver, right? Who gives a lot to family, friends, just always giving. Who's had their heart broken. You were not brought up to talk about people behind their back. I feel like somebody has been lied to and programmed, but to join a team, you were paid to say something. Like somebody's just programmed. Somebody has just been programmed. It's almost like somebody's been on repeat. Like this. And that's what Source is saying. Stop repeating shadow behavior. Like somebody just on repeat. Like somebody just press the button and just on repeat. It's like literally calling your kids away at college, and they're like, Mom or dad, you never wanted me to take this course. You never wanted me to take this study this course in school. And you're just like, what in the world are you talking about? You never wanted me to take this course in school. You're like, okay, who are you around? Where did this come from? You never really wanted me to take this course. Okay, you must be trying to read between the lines. You really never wanted me to take this course in school. Okay, is this person a robot? Who are they? What is going on? Are they on something? What is going on? So, source is saying something about you having a conversation with someone that you love has been programmed. It's either you or somebody has been programmed. So, if it's not you, you don't even have to say anything, but something has been overwhelming. Something has been overwhelming to even hear that you believe something that you heard, and something that you told somebody when you were younger. Something that you told somebody that you were younger. Somebody has a police report and they have something. They still have it. So these people can get crazy if they want to. Here's the Hermit card. So you may have forgotten some stuff, but everybody don't forget everything. When people really, really love you and they got a big heart, and you've seen them have a big heart, you ain't the only person they got a big heart for. They got a big heart for your humanity. You're not crazy. I'm talking to high vibrating Capricorns. There's a reason why people cut deep and talk about people behind their back. Big-hearted people in general are the ones that when they stop giving to people, they the first ones that people pour salt on an open wound. They the first ones. So if you're a person with a big heart and you've been giving to your loved ones, your family and friends, the first time you say no, they demonize you, whoever you are. Let this be the last time, for real. Let them say, let whoever think whatever. Be on that energy. Pour into yourselves more. And we're talking about clear water. But don't give yourself a headache over it. That's gonna be the new you. That's gonna be the new you. Somebody has been around a bunch of users. Just call a spade for real. Somebody has been around a bunch of users. If they can't use people for what they want, they can't use people for money. If they can't use people for sex, if they can't use people for title and position, everything has just been a transaction. If they can't be using people for stuff, then, as soon as you started, something has been brought to light. Yeah, something has been brought to light. Something came out. Something came out. Somebody came out of it. Somebody came out of hermit mode and start telling it all. Start telling it all. There is a police report that's dated for way, way, way back in the day. You don't have to open your mouth. Just ask source for clarity. That means prayer. Be patient. The answers are coming. Speak it into existence. Yeah, just pray for them. Pray for yourself while you're praying. It's all becoming clear. Let them talk amongst themselves. Your next love interest will make you happier. But don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't waste good things on people who won't appreciate them. It's time to start dating again. Because whoever set you and somebody else up played themselves. Let them refute that. Because that's not the only thing that's coming out. Somebody has a python spirit. You will not be walking in fear anymore. You weren't going crazy. You weren't losing your mind. These energies had to split you up from somebody. I don't know if I'm talking to you or about your kids or whatever. But I feel like I'm talking. There's two types of energies I'm talking about. I feel like somebody has a college student. Somebody away in college somewhere. That's not the only energy I'm talking to. But somebody does have a college student who has been under a lot of peer pressure and a parent keeps having these downloads but won't pick up the phone and call someone. Like, okay, listen, call your child. Stop calling church members. Call your child directly. Stop calling these church members trying to get some advice. They are not you. You know your own kids better than they do. Some people be putting more faith in other people than they put in their own whoever they. Child. Go outside and get some fresh air. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, listen. You know your kids better than these other people. You know your kids better than these other people. These energies, somebody is dealing with somebody's child has been dealing with and when I say bullies, I don't necessarily mean like somebody has been physically putting their hands on somebody's child away at school. Don't get paranoid like that. But I'm saying like playing these little silly mind games mess, that kind of stuff, right? Of course, people have, like I said, take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. Of course, there are people who religiously watch tarot and make tarot seem like it's their Bible or their religious text. Don't do that to yourself. You be sitting there giving yourself a headache over it. If it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you, right? Somebody is trying to claim that you and somebody likes to play mind games and that you all will win at all costs. But listen, somebody has a police report from a long time ago that don't have nothing to do with somebody winning at all costs. You were a kid, somebody was a kid, whether it was your child or you were a kid. How in the world, if you were a kid, you were trying to win at all costs? You got two eyeballs. You can see with your own two eyes. How you making up stuff? You got somebody that was there. You was there, and somebody else was there, or two, three other people was there. How are you making up stuff? Somebody talking about somebody trying to win at all costs. No, you just got people that's not scared of these energies. And you talking about a big organization with a lot of money who has money and money and money and money and money, but money is not everything. These energies are power hungry. So if this is a college or a university, like basically bullying someone's kids, this could be somebody is like saying, somebody's grades could be in jeopardy, or somebody they need a certain number of credits before they can go to the next level, or they may not make it, like they might not walk across a stage. They may not walk across a stage with their classmates or some crazy mess. They don't have anything to do with, somebody is smart. Somebody comes from if you're a parent, you have a big heart and that was passed down to your kids or something like that. And as soon as somebody says no, they're not going to give somebody who's connected to somebody else a ride, or somebody else's family a ride, or they're not going to help somebody study or something like that. That's also kind of sort of a form of kind of sort of bullying too, like playing these little silly mind games. Here we have 9 of Wands here. Yeah, something you won't be going back to. You're about to be free of some stuff. You're about to be free of some stuff. Somebody is definitely using a girl or a guy, because if that's someone's demon, because the devil card symbolizes lust, it symbolizes some kind of restriction, it symbolizes something. It's a lie when somebody has to use your demons, your temptations. Something is a lie when somebody has to use your temptations, right? They have to give you something to drink. The person is like for some people, It's a lie, because some people are like, no, I don't need a drink. Somebody keeps trying to give you something to drink. Here, oh no, just taste this. Here. That's not even, if you're a person who is not an alcoholic, that's not nowhere near a temptation. If sex is not your demon or temptation, you can put somebody fine as frog hair in front of them. It wouldn't matter if it was a man or a woman. They could have this enhancement, that enhancement. That's not their temptation. So good luck with that. You see, you get my point. If their temptation is not food, you can have everything laid out. Whatever your temptation is, yours or your kids or whomever, you really want to help them learn how to get it under submission. Here's Page of Swords here, right? So something about your energy is an open book. But something about your energy also is going to know, because so your anxiety about something is going to come to an end. It's going to come to an end soon. Yeah, because somebody has just been an open book. These energies have been just telling on themselves. They've been telling on themselves. So find out what your demon is. If your demon would just be your temptation, that's it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink demons. So if you feel like let's say you have a child that's away at college, and their demon is they have peer pressure. They just got to be a part of a group or an organization or whatever the case may be. That's where you want to help them work on their confidence. Chiron. Find out what their deepest spiritual wound is. Maybe they moved around a lot. They was always a new kid in school. They want to be a part of something, this, that, and the other. Okay. That's where you help them work on their confidence. People may have intentionally said, okay, oh, in order for them to be a part of the band club or this group or organization in school or whatever, then they had to do these particular things. That's where you help them, like work on their confidence, right? You want to shine a light on that shadow, right? Bring something to light, enlighten them about something. That's what something was done in secret comes to light. Somebody made you or somebody howl at the moon. And they're amongst that group of energies. And people are telling on themselves. People are telling on themselves. They're telling you what pact they're running with. They're telling you they're howling at the moon. And something has come to light. Just like I tell y'all on this full moon, put your gemstones and crystals out. I'm telling you, I'm enlightening you all about what you can do when there's a full moon. There are some people that don't tell you what they do during full moon, that they're practicing dark moon magic. I'm telling you all what you can do. I actually have slides on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram about what you can do during full moon. You want to keep people enlightened. Something was overwhelming for somebody and it came to light. Yeah. You're going to start paying attention to people's skin. You're going to start paying attention to people's teeth. You're going to start paying attention to things. When you come in contact with people who have seen it all, seen loved ones be hurt, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, sex addiction, you've seen all of this stuff. You've seen them, in the sunlight, in the daylight. You can spot that stuff right up front. You don't have to have you don't have to have been in, you don't have to have some kind of an addiction. You can just see it. You can see it. And you're not judging anybody. You just go straight into prayer warrior mode. God, take that off of them. You're protecting their energy. That's not judging people. That's praying for people. Because everybody don't look like what they've been through. That's not playtime. So when people try to play that projection mess and talk about somebody depressed, nah, they can go play with somebody else with that. So you had an intercessor. Somebody has, if you're a parent and your child or somebody is away at school, somebody has already interceded on your child's behalf. If you feel like you got to still physically got to go talk to 15,000 people in order I got to go get my prayer group together. You should be your child's intercessor. You should be your parent's intercessor. You should be your whoever source places on your heart. You should be their primary intercessor. Before picking up that phone and calling everybody else, you need to call your savior. Whoever your savior is, that's who you need to call from within. I need to pray, whoever, pray inside, outside, whatever. You need to be their chief intercessor. Stop repeating shadow behavior. And then call them directly so that people can feel like, okay, they're not being betrayed behind their back because somebody went to court. If somebody went to court with some energies, well, these people talking about, oh, we just doing this because we love them, but they could not pick up a phone and call somebody, saying that somebody was depressed over what? A master manipulator? Okay. 4 of Cups. Now their back is against the wall. But somebody that sat around a whole group of people that recorded a conversation. And now somebody got to work on themselves. They didn't join the group of energies who gave them a title and a position, but they had no authority. No authority to make any powerful position. Somebody was being used. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody was being used. It was either you or your child. And that came out. I'm telling you, if it's not your demon, somebody can't tempt you with it. If it's not your demon, and people will try to do it just to test, that's how you'll know who is connected to whom. That's part of how you'll know who's connected to whom, because people will try it. They will try it. They'll do something to see if your demon is anger or frustration or rage. They'll try to do something to see, like, okay. Like somebody's a fool. Somebody needs to leave the foolishness behind. I'm telling y'all, if y'all have a dream or download about your kids, and I don't know who this is, somebody's child is at college, away at college, you need to get on the phone and call them. Stop calling everybody else but them. That is betrayal. How would you like if somebody did that to you? I don't care if they are younger than you. They must be smart enough they got into college. I don't care if it's a junior college, community college, something. They smart enough to get into school. Yeah. They made sacrifices. Stop sacrificing them. Whoever it is, loved one, whomever, stop sacrificing them. You made sacrifices, but so did they. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Source is calling somebody out for real in love. This new moon in Cancer is going to require that somebody goes into a shell and start really pouring into themselves. You're going to start having some people that's going to feel some kind of way about you pouring into you. They're going to think you're being selfish. It is a form of self-care. But the old you is going away. Some kind of health checkup is going to happen. Mental and physical health. Because something has come to light. Instead of people praying for you, you have been prayed on long enough. You've been preyed upon long enough. And this is where it stops. Somebody has had a prayer warrior in their corner from the very, very beginning. A prayer warrior from the very beginning. There's a 10 of Cups here. So there's a divine group of energies a real divine group of energies that's going to help you. Not these energies that say that there to help you, but sitting there recording everything to use it against you later just to protect their energy, their best interest, so that you can really heal, relax, and really, really heal. But this is what this has been. People, some energies have been keeping you close. Some energies have been keeping somebody close since you were younger. For a reason. And like I said, readers are very well aware. See, you can't even, I'm telling y'all, 7 of Cups right here. People can't, I'm telling y'all, listen, people can't even tempt somebody by saying somebody looks better than somebody. That is so low vibrational and so ignorant to say that one person looks better than somebody. If you didn't sign up for a competition, this shouldn't even matter to you. At whatever stage of life that you're in right now, if somebody were to say, oh, somebody is better in bed than you are, they look better than you are, please let them go, y'all, for real. Please let people go. They can provide more than somebody else can. Please go be with that energy. Please go be with that energy. Somebody has been playing on your mental and physical health for so long. I'm telling y'all, this right here, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you're a man and a woman says this to you, oh, my ex could do for me, or this person can do for me more than you can, please go be with that person. That should be your only response. Or this person looks better, please go be with what you think is going to do best for you. That's how high your self-esteem needs to be. That's what Source is saying. Something is coming to an end. The devil is in the detail. You got the devil here and you got the devil in the major arcana. Something is coming to an end. I'm telling y'all, when you're speaking directly to your own demons, it needs to be with such a commanding voice by the authority of Source inside of you. There should be no being timid, scared, nothing. Because you have the creator inside of you. Not this, oh, I'm so scared that the enemy is gonna I don't know how this is gonna play out. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Somebody is a prayer warrior. You are a prayer warrior. You ain't running from nothing. You're not running from anything. You're not running to these people. There's the one that's causing you to end. No. You're focused, laser focused. This Knight of Wands energy. You laser focused. We see that number 8 on the side of this thing right here? Yeah, number 8. You're breaking cycles, chains, and curses. You're getting away from the energies that wanted to keep you close. You're getting as fast away from them as you are, like you're on an airplane. Yeah. You're getting as fast away from them. Somebody said something about either you like to catch planes or you like to get on planes, or something about an airplane. Something about an airplane, something having to do, some kind of critical moment where you wish that you had just gotten away from something real quick, something about an airplane. It could have been when you were dropping your kids off to college or whatever, and maybe they got on a plane or something. Either they wish they had said something to you before they got on the plane, or you wish you had said something to them. Remember, time is relative. So it don't matter when it happened. The conversation needs to happen immediately. That's all I'm trying to tell somebody. The conversation needs to happen immediately because somebody was sacrificed after all the sacrifices you made. That's the only way you and somebody gonna get some rest. Somebody's still waiting on some kind of a payday, some kind of life insurance policy to be cashed, and I'm telling you, like, somebody's still in regrets. Well, somebody didn't fight for me. Somebody didn't stand up for me. I wish I had this person there for me and I got this big support group and all. Okay. Somebody's still waiting on something. So, like I said before, um, and again, keeping the vibrations high. This is no judgment whatsoever, but I did pray about this before I even turned the camera on. But somebody is about to really learn how to listen to your intuition. But somebody is not a fool. Somebody is waiting for somebody to go get some kind of a health checkup to find out something, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I would not pray the spirit. I would not pray the spirit of depression on anybody about whatever is going on here. I hope you all are getting your sunlight and this kind of thing. But if you got loved ones and family members that's away from you that have been there for you and you've been there for them, please call them on a regular basis. Find out what is going on, who they are around, who their friends are. Make sure they're not being sacrificed, that they want to be a part of something. But something about an airplane that somebody wished that they, like a horse, had gotten away from as fast as they possibly could, and they got pulled into something. Somebody got pulled into something. They wish they had just was able to stay focused and couldn't stay focused. Ace of Cups here. So some kind of a new proposal is coming. So somebody could have gotten married, or somebody got pulled into a marriage. I feel like somebody's marriage ended and somebody got pulled into something illegal. They got pulled into a lie. That's what this is. Somebody's marriage ended, because I'm looking at this Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups would have fallen on this right here, fallen on this is the cup, this right here. So this Ace of Cups is a marriage, right? Somebody got a proposal happen, right? So somebody got pulled into a marriage that had already ended. And we got this is what this is. Something is coming full circle. So somebody was already thriving that people thought something was going to end somebody behind closed doors. Somebody thought that somebody would be, people had been talking about this person behind closed doors. That somebody thought somebody was going to meet some unfortunate end. That didn't happen. Somehow either you or someone okay, this is what this is. So Capricorn, if it's somebody's child who's away at school, um, somebody could have used a girlfriend or boyfriend to do this, to pull a Capricorn into something illegal. This is why I'm saying, like, if y'all are waiting, sometimes if okay, let me be clear before I go back to this. One of us, if you had a kid away at school, and I say kid, young adult, I'm gonna say young adult away at school, one of their friends or somebody that they know could have gotten married and gotten a divorce. Okay. um Somehow somebody got caught up doing something for money, right? And your young adult, upstanding energy, they somehow got them roped into something, lied about something, got them into some kind of a lie, um, forced them to go to court behind someone's back. See this 8 right here? So 9 lets me know that something ended, right? Somebody wasn't going back to something, right? And so 9 would be 8, meaning somebody's now chained to something. Somebody's chained to something contractually now, right? So somehow somebody got uh, your person, it could be your adult child or your young person, involved in something that they are not telling you about, right? So the Ace of Cups fell on top of this. So this is somebody who got married. Somebody who got married and forced a Capricorn. So even if you're a cross watcher, forced a Capricorn to go into court and lie about something, saying that someone was mentally ill, that they were into some kind of sex work or something, right? Um, but not only this is what's really making this bad. They said that the person was an alcoholic, which was a lie. They're saying that the person is, because there's a group of people that's involved in this. They said the person was an alcoholic, which is a lie. So that was a setup. So if the person even had a couple of drinks or whatever, they're not an alcoholic. If they're saying, they said that the person is a sex worker, which is a lie. They're saying that the person has all of these illnesses, mental, physical, all of this other stuff, lie. In other words, these energies are looking for a payday. They're looking for a payday. Now, you all are cardinal signs. And so remember, the world card is like closer energy. They also hired people to follow this energy around the world. They literally are trying to label this person a fool, right? Mentally a fool. Because this person is, like I said, thriving behind closed doors. In other words, this person is being a sacrifice, right? But not only are they sacrificing one energy, they're also sacrificing a Capricorn to do it. Also sacrificing a Capricorn to do it. And now it's out. Now it's literally out. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. So if you are the parent and you had downloads and you were confused and you went around and called, this is what I was about to say, and you called everybody, because I got to call everybody and I got to figure out what I need to do. I need to get a prayer circle going. Stop doing that to yourself, because you're contaminating your ear gate and eye gate, because all you're getting is who's familiar with what. Well, I heard this, and yeah, because my child go to this school, and and I heard, and somebody told me this and that. Now you're contaminated with what you heard. You need the purest voice from within, that's source. That's where you want to immediately go into prayer, quiet time with yourself. That's where you want to journal. Get it out of your system and then go outside and go take a walk. Get that energy cleansed. You want to get recharged from the sun. Okay, I need some clarity. I need to talk to source. You can even grab your cell phone and do voice notes and just talk into your cell phone for your voice notes. If you don't want to take a journal or type into your that's what this is. Somebody then got somebody into some kind of fraudulent activity and got a whole group of energies, but a Capricorn and somebody else were the sacrifices. But this really goes all the way back. It's like you, Capricorn, have been sacrificed since you were younger. That's what this is. Have been sacrificed since you were younger. And all of these familiar spirits aren't familiar with anything. They're not familiar with anything. This is why familiar spirits are so freaking dangerous, because they're not familiar with anything. That's why they're so dangerous. That's why Source says stop repeating shadow behavior. Somebody that made either you or your child think that they was out of their mind, So here we had 9 of Swords. That's why somebody's been having so many nightmares and grief and hopelessness and all. So that's that. That's that. I'm telling y'all. Yep, King of Pentacles. Somebody has enough information at this point. That's why justice is in your favor. It's in you and somebody's favor that they've been trying to keep apart. I had to pray about this reading before. That's why this is an extended reading for somebody. That's why somebody wants somebody to keep getting all these health checkups, because they want to create something that's not there. That's it. That's it. There's your reading. Nothing is by coincidence. So if the reading didn't go up, that was probably why. That was probably why. Stop allowing people to sacrifice you. Even this elephant right here. Even this elephant, somebody has a memory like an elephant. Find out what your temptation is and get it under submission. Pray, Source, give me the strength that every time someone tries to tempt me with my demons, my temptations, that I have the power to walk away and say no, whatever it is, because you'll be going in to help your inner child, right? Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Somebody either got you or somebody that you love to do something illegal. And now it's out in the open. So that is what I have for you. Let me see if we got any last cards here. But it's a whole lot more to this. I'm not going to put everything in the reading because I want you all to really, really pray to source and gain some clarity. But if somebody got to go to this length to go to court and lie in a courtroom and do all of this, so you need to make somebody need to make a decision. When you give of yourself freely and expand your energy, if you only give to get, it will feel like a burden or drain. Be genuine, give from your heart. Inner strength, don't lose yourself in things that you can't change. Focus on the things that you can change, like your attitude, mindset, and energy. You've got everything you need. Yeah, if somebody thought that they were going to be a part of a team, somebody had no authority at whatsoever. They just simply had a title, no authority. And people let you know that whether it was you or your child, somebody, or when I say child, y'all know what I'm saying, adult child. Because I keep hearing somebody's away at college. So even if you're not away, if somebody's not away at college, and that you found out something after the fact, like I'm a part of something, I have no say so. I have no say so with some. I got paid for something, and I have no say so. I have no say so. I can't make no rules. I can't say nothing. I have no opinion. I can't speak up. I can't, because the deal is already done. So wild and wonderful. Why focus on limitations and realism? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation and method. Unexplainable or illogical magic happens every single day. Heart path. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. This road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart and you can't go wrong. Remember who you are. You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. Let go. Let go of negative people and toxic beliefs. Your time on earth is precious. Invest it wisely and be mindful of who you spend time with. Everything is here. Embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. There is some organization that either you or your person, could be young adult, is tied to, that is nervous right now. They're on the phone talking to their legal team, trying to find out what's what. It don't matter who they talking to. Without agenda, pure love, and everything you have dreamed will happen when you are ready to give love without expecting anything in return. True givers give. Because that's what happened when people come in, Johnny come latelys. They don't know what the heck is going on. They just familiar with a little bit of this and a little bit of familiar of that. They don't know what the heck is going on. They just jumping on the bandwagon because money is involved. They don't know what's going on. So somebody has been, if you are the Capricorn, somebody has been advocating for you from the very beginning, whether you realize it or not. If it's your kid, somebody has been praying for them. It could have been a teacher at school. Somebody's been praying. Somebody has had prayer warriors for them from the very beginning, to know that you weren't lying about something, dealing with demons, people and their demons. So, but these energies sat around and listened to you talk. They listened and recorded everything you said. Just like they record readers. But that don't matter. None of that matters either. So I'm telling y'all, if you're a parent and you got kids away at school and you feel like you gotta keep calling all these people before you can call your own kids, that's getting ready to change. You're gonna stop that, because some of these are the reasons why your kids are having problems. Some of these people who are connected to families have an issue with your family, and you think you calling these people friends, and they don't like family feud. And so we're clear. Some of these people look just like you. It don't really matter if you're black or white, okay? So we're crystal clear, because people keep thinking that skin folk is kin folk. That's not always the case. Some of these people can look just like you, skin color and all, and hate your family. Okay, so we're crystal clear, because people love to play the race game. Mm-mm. So we are all on the same sheet of music. Somebody has been trying to prove, Capricorn, that you are a liar from the beginning. And I'm telling you, somebody has been team Capricorn from day one. So that is what I have for you all. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.